So in this video, I'm going to kind of give you the inside scoop on how to be successful in Math 142, taught by Odell. So we're going to start by just looking at the home page of the Canvas class page. And so you can see there at the beginning, you see me staring off into the ocean. And nice little welcome to Math 142 Trigonometry. A little bit in here about how much time you should be spending, how this is an online class, and you can't just, you got to spend a lot more time than you normally would because you got to make up for the lost class time, face-to-face class time, because there isn't any. So read through that, make sure you get it. So here's the syllabus. This is a link to the syllabus. If you click on that, it'll take you to the syllabus, and great. That's important to read right away so you know kind of what I expect of you and what you can expect of me. And then the next thing is the textbook and online homework info. We will click on that so you can see it. If you haven't gone there yet, this is really important to do right away. In fact, I'm going to start dropping people if they haven't signed up for the homework. So this has some hard copies. So you can get a hardback with ebook or paperback with ebook, or just the ebook and the homework system. So all of these options include the homework system, which is what you need. So the cheapest one, of course, is the ebook with the homework system. That's 45 bucks. That's the minimum you have to get. If you'd like some actual physical copy of the book, you can of course order that. But you must have the $45 homework access and the ebook. Now, I will say that this $45 is good for a year. So if you pay the $45, you have access to every textbook that they publish for an entire year. So if you take a class from another professor that's using XYZ, then you will not have to purchase anything new. You can use your same login and just join their class. Okay, so your options for getting this is you can go to the xyztextbooks.com and you'll see that this is what you want right here, the $45 one. There's the hard copy, there's the paperback. If you click on that, you can buy it with a credit card. If you're not sure of what you want, you can do a 15-day free trial to get started right away, so it doesn't cost any money. If you click on this, it takes you to the XYZ website, and whoops, it recognized me. If it didn't, I'll log out so it doesn't recognize you. So this is what you would see. You can either log in if you already have a username and password. If not, you can register as a new student. Now, if you register as a new student, it automatically gives you the 15-day free trial. So this just says to start your 15-day free trial. You can type in your name, address, or name, email, and password. Click on that little box, hit register, and it'll get you right into the XYZ homework system. So that's probably the best option to get started right away without costing anything. But if you do that 15 days free trial, the key is that you have to pay the $45 before the 15-day trial ends, because any work you've done during the 15-day trial, if you pay during it, it'll keep your work. If you don't pay, then that account will go away and you'll have to get a new one. And so all your work will be lost. So make sure you, if you do the 15-day free trial, pay attention to the deadline. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in so you can see the homework system on the inside. Notice that girl's smiling because she's excited about doing math. So here's a quick glimpse at the homework system, what it should look like. Here, let me do the student view so it'll look more like what you'll see. There we go. So here's the grade book. You're going to ignore that. The grade book you want to look at is in Canvas, because I will be importing your grades from this website to the Canvas website. Will be the accurate accounting of your grade. So in this site, you have the ebook, which if you click on that, it'll take you to the first section in the ebook. You can maneuver around the ebook by typing in a page number here and just going directly to it, or you can flip the pages by hitting the plus, or you can flip sections, I think, by clicking on this maybe, I don't remember. Or you can go up to contents and it'll show you all the different chapters, so you can go directly to one of those chapters. Notice also this little Math TV. This comes with the publishing system. There's a bunch of videos that are made to connect to the homework or the textbook. So you could read through this, and then you could watch a video that's explaining what this is saying. So that's kind of nice. So that's the ebook. The next thing is this little entry guide. If you click on that, it just gives you some information about how to kind of handle XYZ homework. And then you have this calendar here, and then below it is all the homeworks that you'll be doing. Okay, so in the calendar, you notice that the homework is not due till the 31st. Pay no attention to that deadline. You do not want to wait till the 30th to do that. The homework, of course, is for practice, and I believe in letting you practice as much as you want. So this homework, you're going to start it probably today or tomorrow, and you have until the 31st to finish, but if you're doing what you're supposed to, you'll probably finish it by Monday, the 13th, or maybe even earlier. And then homework 2, notice, is already open. And so anyway, this is kind of this class is set up so it's kind of a work at your own pace type class. The only things that are set at a certain time are there's weekly online quizzes, and then the midterm and the final will be set at a certain time. So everything else is you can do kind of at your own pace. You can work ahead. What you don't want to do is fall behind. So it's not a work at your pace as just take your time and do whatever you want to. So by work at your own pace, meaning that you can work ahead of what the schedule I'm going to be giving you. So I try to just make everything available to you from early. And you can scroll down here and see all the stuff that's, even if it's not on the calendar yet, you can see what's coming. Okay? So that's the XYZ system. Let me open one assignment here and take a look at some of the problems then. So notice here you get 3 attempts. This is your first out of 3. So let's say we make an attempt and we type in 4 and submit. And it says that you're wrong. Oh, wow, no, it's right. I just guessed it right. But the one I left blank is wrong. Okay, so maybe I'll try 2 here and submit it. And that's wrong. So I've notice I'm about to take my 3rd attempt. So I'm going to put 7 in there because I know that's wrong. Submit it, and it says I'm wrong again. So it tells me now the answer is 3 and 4. So after the 3rd attempt, it tells you the answer to the question. And then, but you're not done. You can go back here and try another similar question. So if you click that, it gives you a new question that's similar to the old one, and you get to start over again. And you get 3 more attempts. And you can keep doing that for as long as you want. And this, in the end, your grade is based on completion. So if you take 15 attempts and get the 15th one right, then you'll get the full points for that question. Okay? That's the way the homework works. Now there'll be quizzes on this website that you only get 1 attempt, and it's either right or wrong. And you'll have a time limit. So it'll look just like this, but you'll only give you 1 question at a time, and there'll be a time limit. It'll kick you out when the time limit is up. And like I said, you only get 1 attempt per question. Okay. Oh, one other thing. Whoops. I was going to show you the help that you have in the homework system. Notice down here, it has the ebook. So if you click on the ebook, it'll take you to the spot in the ebook that talks about the concept that the question is covering. So that's kind of nice. You can go, you don't have to search through the ebook trying to find what talks about this. This actually takes you right to it. And some of them will actually have a little blue button here that says video. That'll take you to a video on the topic. Let's see if any of these do. Ebook, oh, there's a written example. I haven't seen that. That's new. So this gives you an example and shows you the answers. Let's click on another one. Written example. Oh, there. Oh, whoops, that one had a video. Yeah, see, this takes you to ebook, or this one will take you to a video of the guy talking about, guy or gal talking about the topic or the concepts that the question is covering. So in theory, if you watch these videos, you should have a better understanding of how to do this question. Okay, so that's the little help sessions or help buttons. And the last one is message instructor about this question. That actually also is a very good option. So if you click on that, notice that it gives you space to type here. You can explain to me your attempt or what you thought your thinking is, which is always good because that makes me more able to help you if you can explain to me your thinking. Or even if you did some work on paper, you could scan it and attach it to this message, and that's helpful. I can look at what you did and try to decipher it. Notice, however, when you send it this way, it includes the question in it, so I know exactly what the question is. You don't have to retype it or anything. So that's nice. And there is a pretty powerful math editor here, so you click on that. You can type what you want, like x raised to the power of 2. And then when you move out of it, it looks cool. So that's nice. All right. So that's the rundown on the XYZ website. Let me know send me an email if you have any questions. Okay, so let's move back to the Canvas page now. This is go back to that home page we were on. We talked about the homework system and the ebook. So then what else we got here? YouTube, that's where all my videos are housed. You don't necessarily have to go to my YouTube channel. You can if you want to. You can see all the videos that you're going to watch this quarter. But I do bring the videos to Canvas for you, so you don't have to go looking for them in my YouTube channel. But this is where they're housed, so you can go look there. I also have other playlists, like if you're thinking about wanting to get a head start on calc next year or for the fall quarter. I have a Math 151 playlist. I have a Math 152 playlist. It's all there. So the whole calculus series, and both. If you want to go back and review some pre-cal, I have a 141 playlist. So that's what's there. Then modules is where the whole class, pretty much how the class is organized. So we'll go there last. But one other feature is this discussion. You will be doing discussions this quarter. The first one right now is just introduce yourself. So it's an easy way to get 10 points. So if you haven't checked it out yet, you should do that. You basically, to get the full 10 points, you need to post something with content and then respond to at least 2 other people. The idea is not to do the bare minimum, get out. The idea is to get a discussion going. So you post something, someone asks you a few questions, you answer them, and you kind of go back and forth and get to know each other. And actually, when we start get deeper in the quarter, we'll actually be doing math in these discussions. So you'll be forced to explain math to someone else or ask good questions and so forth. So there's the discussion. Make sure you're doing that, checking in regularly. Okay, the last thing is modules. If we go to the modules, that's how the class is organized. That's pretty much where you're going to spend most of your time. There's the Math 142 headquarters that has the homework information and the syllabus. And then this is just some extra kind of help stuff if you're new to online learning. And there's some good stuff in here, especially like using scanning apps to upload documents and submitting assignments into Canvas. We'll be doing that some this quarter, so you want to watch those and make sure you understand how to do that. Okay, so then if we move along, whoops, I'm not seeing, how did I not publish it? Let me drop my student view for a second. Okay, I'm gonna, okay, there's the week 1. So the week 1 module, there's the week 1 itinerary. This is the way things are going to work. The class is driven by the itinerary. So what I would suggest that you do is just go to the week 1 module, because we're in week 1. Click on the week 1 itinerary. And Voila, it has a list of all the things that you need to do this week. So notice it says here, check back with the discussion throughout the week. So that's what I just said earlier. And this has a link to the discussion. So you should post early and then go back and check. See, people will probably ask you questions possibly, or just comment on what you've said, and just keep checking back in until the discussion closes. And then the next line says, make sure you look over Canvas and read the syllabus so that you can get blah, blah, blah. So that's really important. And here's the first virtual class meeting that we missed today because my internet's not working. And hopefully we'll get that going later, probably tomorrow. Number 3, watch the 3 following. Okay, so this is where the class kind of begins. So this is how the instruction is going to come to you through videos that are created by me. So this suggests you should watch the 3 following videos that will help you get to know the special central angles of the unit circle. You'll also learn about the relationship between arc length, area of sectors, and the central angle. So that's what these 3 videos are talking about. So you want to watch them carefully, pausing, taking notes, maybe jotting down questions, etc. But this is where the bulk of your instruction is going to come from, is these videos. And they are set up in a chronological order. So this itinerary, if you just work through this itinerary at a good pace, and complete it by the end of the week, you'll be on pace. If this stuff is easy for you and you move through a little bit faster, you complete it by Friday, you can get started on the week 2 itinerary over the weekend if you want to, because I'm going to have those open for you. So that's, again, what I mean by the work at your own pace type thing. Again, you don't want to slow down. You don't want to just put it off and not do it. But you do have the option of working ahead if you want to. So notice in here, after you watch these first 3 videos, it says here at this point you should be able to tackle homework 1. So go ahead and get started. So this is what I mean by pay attention to the start times of the assignments, not the finish times. When I tell you to start homework 1, you should jump on it and get going and finish it. And it shouldn't take you more than 2 or 3 days. But just know that you have till the 31st before it's actually going to be counted grade-wise. Okay? So then here's another virtual office hours on Tuesday, so that hopefully we'll have my internet running and we'll be able to do that. I mean on Thursday, sorry. And then here's some more videos. You don't have to wait till you do this before you watch the videos. This is just kind of an approximation about where you should be maybe. Actually, you probably should watch these videos before you get to the Thursday meeting. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a meeting tomorrow and we can talk about that. And then here's some more videos. So that you can see that this week a lot of it is just videos and with doing a little bit of homework, but there's a lot of upfront teaching we've got to get you going on. And then we'll next week we'll get into doing some more work. And so that's the way, again, the way this class is driven is pay attention to do not ignore the itineraries, just work your way through the itineraries. Cannot tell you how many times I had people asking, complaining, not that many, but a few complaining that they didn't know a quiz was happening, or they didn't know that a meeting was happening, or they didn't know, they don't know how to do something, and because they weren't looking at the itinerary. This is where all the information is. So again, like I said, if you work through this itinerary and do everything it says to do, you should be successful in this class. The only other key thing to success is if you're working through the itinerary and you're watching a video or working on a worksheet or something like that, and you come across something you don't understand, make sure you ask the question as soon as possible. Send an email, or if there's a virtual office hour that day, jump on that. But make sure you get your questions answered right away. Don't just put them off, hoping that someday you'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. Do I need to say anything else about this? When we do Zoom videos, I will record them, and when I record them, they'll be placed in this little Panopto. If you click on Panopto recordings, there won't be any there right now, but after I've recorded a video, there'll be some videos there with it, and you can. So if you miss a Zoom session, you can watch it later. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so that's the rundown on the homework site or the Canvas site. Please again make sure you email me with any questions. One other thing, the grades here, this is where your grades will be found. So those will be, I try to keep those pretty much up to date. So that's where you'll check when you want to know how you're doing in the class. All right, hopefully this is helpful. Again, let me know if you have any questions.